What's good? What's good? We are back. Episode 4. I decided I was gonna do the podcast yesterday, but I knew EVO Japan was going on. So I decided to wait till after to, talk about the results and all that good stuff. But yes, a lot has transpired in the time period of Tekken. I will say Chikarin winning Evo Japan is huge. Lili winning a big event is huge, especially because since I main the character, it's good to see the character representation, at that level that your character can win at that level. And Alisa winning Texas Showdown, which is cool that I actually just started playing Alisa again, like last week. So to see two of my characters like doing really good, that's just a really good feeling in general. So I think I should be happy about that. Now I have looked on, the X app and saw that people are calling Lili carried and et cetera, et cetera. So let me address that real quick, right? So here's the thing. Chikarin has won tournaments before, and from what I know, Tekken World Tour events, right? So no matter which character Chikarin picks, Chikarin is gonna cook. This is not new news to shouldn't be any new news to anybody that Chikarin is gonna cook on the character regardless that they play, right? So Lili is strong. I don't think that anybody is saying she isn't or saying that she's like lower tier or any of that. I don't think anybody was saying that. I think that she's a very good character somewhere in the top 10. Are you wrong for putting her top 5? No. Like, I don't think a person would be wrong, but I think any of the top 10 characters could be mixed and matched to be put in the top 5, discussion when you're actually talking about tier placements. I don't think that there's anything wrong with a person putting Lili up there, but just understand that it's not that Lili's carried. It's because Chikarin is just a really good player, because people keep trying to go off of like tournament results, right? Of like, oh, my character wasn't represented, my character must not be that good, or blah 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 blah, and this and that. It's like, bro, just because your character was not represented, none of that means a damn thing. Like, that does not mean anything. Your character doesn't have to be represented to be top, or your character does not have to be represented to be high tier or whatever. Like, that's never been a thing, all the way back in the day when even like Street Fighter 4, if you came up in that era, like, that's never been a thing. Like, if your character was not represented, that did not mean your character sucked or your character isn't as good, and people should stop complaining about your character, because it's different regions. Like, people play different things. Like, there was no kings, and we know that NA has king players, and king is very strong in this game. So you really can't go based off of just strict placements, because if we're really talking, it's like Chikarin has been cooking with Lili. Where are the Lilis in NA? Who's cooking? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's cooking in NA? Like, and I'm talking in a grand scheme of things, when everybody shows up, all the players, there's no player splits. Like, everybody shows up. Who's really cooking with some of these characters in NA? Because Lili is not very represented here. Honestly, she's not highly represented here at all. And some players don't even like enter tournaments, so like, you have to factor in a lot of things when it comes down to like regions. And I think that's like super important. And same with like Alisa winning a showdown. Like, Alisa's a really good character. I don't think anybody was saying she was bad or any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to look at the players. Like, Obscure is really good. Like, I mean, been playing Alisa, so it's like, I don't see the problem when people try to say, oh, my character isn't represented, like Reina's not here, so Reina must suck, or this character Jin wasn't in top 6. It's no way Jin is top 5. Like, bro, like, that logic is terrible. So I'm gonna tell y'all at home right now, do not use that logic, please. That logic is not good logic. because it's been proven time and time again to be incorrect. Because if that was the case, why did Rangchu win with Panda? You know what I'm saying? Case closed. After I say that, the case is closed automatically because Rangchu literally won with Panda. So, and Panda was nowhere near top or even high tier or even mid tier. Panda is considered like the worst character in the game, and Rangchu won. That's my point. It doesn't matter sometimes about your tier placements. Tier placements are usually based on like tools. So while Panda's tools might not be as strong as everybody else, Panda can still win in high level play in Tekken. Like any character can win in high level play in Tekken. You just gotta play good. So shout outs to Sheikah and shout outs to Obscure for winning with their respective characters. And just to deaden the whole noise of, oh, my character didn't do this, so my character's not good. No, you need to get better and play better, because there's no excuse to, oh, my character, why didn't you go? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're saying, oh, my character, why didn't you go? Why didn't you try to take your character to the next level? I think that's a thing. And also in regards to that, let's talk about the obvious, right? So also, I've seen people start to say like, you know, this Tekken 8 isn't really a good game because etc. etc. This player is beating me now, and you know, this player would never beat me in Tekken 7, and these players are like carried, the system mechanics a lot. Bro, I keep hearing all these excuses, right? Have you ever thought that if you've been playing Tekken, like, right, I've been playing Tekken 3 months, like, serious, right? 3 months in, I know a good amount of matchups. I punish a good amount of things that I see, and my ability to adapt to my opponent is going to be 100% because of years of knowledge of fighting games, right? But my point is, this is 3 months in me. I hit TGS. I'm feeling pretty good with matchups. I'm feeling pretty good with punishment. I still need to get better with punishment. Throw breaking needs to improve. Like, there's things that I need to improve. But, bro, this is 3 months in. Imagine if I had, you know, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years. Some of these players literally have, like, 10 plus years of experience of Tekken. And that's the thing about Tekken. Tekken is not a hard game. It's about getting years of experience down your belt. Like, once you get the years of experience, every Tekken that comes out, you're going to be able to cook. You're just going to have to adjust to the system. And that's what some players are having trouble doing. They're having trouble adjusting to the system for some odd reason. They just can't adjust, right? And they're frustrated because they feel like some players, maybe new or, you know, whatever, come from a different game, they can't hang with them specifically in Tekken. And it's like, bro, having that mentality is really, really bad because, bruh, this is a brand new game with brand new mechanics. So you cannot be mad at somebody for being able to beat you in a game that you claim is quote unquote, oh, this is my game. This is Tekken. I shouldn't be losing to, you know, Joe Schmo down the block who just started learning Tekken, but he's playing good, by the way, but he shouldn't be beating me. He would never beat me in Tekken 7, and that's just a bad look, because, bro, this is not Tekken 7, this is Tekken 8, so you need to adjust to Tekken 8 and play around Tekken 8 before you think that this game is just so, like, brain dead and bad and stuff. Like, bro, it's not the game, it's you. You need to adjust. Like, that's the thing about new games. See, I think Tekken players aren't used to a new game coming out and changing, like, a lot of dynamics of the game and having the player adjust to these dynamics of the game. I don't think Tekken players are really used to that. But, like, players from, you know, other games, you know, like Street Fighter. Like, Street Fighter 5 to Street Fighter 6 is completely different. Yeah, it still has the core of Street Fighter, just like Tekken has the core of Tekken. But it's a completely different game. You know, completely different. MVC2 to MVC3, completely different game. Soul Calibur 5 to Soul Calibur 6, completely different. Dead or Alive 5, Dead or Alive 6, different. Like, a lot of these games change. So either A, you're going to adjust, or B, you're not going to adjust. Like, that's all up to you. But what we're not going to sit here and do is like downplay players that are trying to learn the game and trying to get into the game because you got legacy knowledge, quote unquote. Because I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, legacy knowledge carries a lot of Tekken players. A lot of these Tekken players are carried by legacy knowledge, like completely carried by it, and they use that as a way to think that, hey, like, I'm better than this kid, I should never lose to this kid. But they don't have the fundamentals. They're lacking the fundamentals in Tekken, but they have the legacy knowledge over you, so they can basically put a string on you and probably beat you based on said string because you don't know. Right? They're really good at that. Like, oh, he doesn't know this, I'm gonna do this. He doesn't know this, I'm gonna do this, and just beat him. And a lot of people get through pools like that. Now, when you're at a tournament setting, I think that that's okay, because I mean, they entered, you entered. They paid their money just like you paid your money. And at this point, if they don't know the matchup, that's on them. That's the beauty of Tekken. If they don't know, that's on them. But when I say a lot of players rely on it, a lot of players, like, without the legacy knowledge, if two players are on the same, you know, skill level, it's over. I'll give an example, like Sonic. Like Sonic Fox, you know, plays Tekken here and there. Definitely doesn't know every matchup, but plays Tekken here and there. If Sonic actually took this game 1000% serious and only played this, a lot of these Tekken players would be in trouble. And that's just an example. Same with, like, if Punk dedicated time to this game specifically, a lot of these players would be in trouble. Like, you have to think about, a lot of these players are just talented gamers and can play a lot of games. And some Tekken players can only play Tekken. So if you're just a Tekken player and you haven't really explored any other games, and somebody that plays multiple fighting games comes over to your game, they're probably gonna cook you. They're probably gonna cook you, especially if they know the matchup. Like, I saw Dogora playing Tekken. I didn't know Dogora played Tekken. But guess what? If Dogora took this game 1000% serious, a lot of Tekken players would be in trouble. That's my point. So stop with the whole, oh, I shouldn't be losing this Tekken 8 and you're bad. Like, no, you're bad for losing to said player because you can't adjust. And like I said, a lot of players rely on that Tekken legacy knowledge. Once you get past the legacy knowledge, you could basically beat players. And that's honestly the reason why I'm beating a lot of players that I fight. Because adapting to the opponent has never been a problem for me. But it's the legacy thing. I know a lot of matchups. So you're not going to be able to beat me by knowledge checking me. You're going to have to beat me straight up. And when a player has to beat me straight up, I don't like their odds. So that's that. And this was not about me. This is more like I've seen a couple of players make this tweet. And I'm kind of just addressing that. I feel like, you know, you should, you know, calm it down a little bit. Let the new players cook. Let them cook. And character placement has been a trendy topic as of late, where, like I said, when your character does etc., now your character's top tier, or your character's this, your character's that. Bro, we're 3 months in. We do not know the potential of all these characters. It's not possible. We do not know. Because I saw now people are saying Law is top. Oh my god, Law is top now. Because Law was top in EVO Japan. Bro, Law has been good. Y'all were the ones saying Law was like mid-tier and not good, and this Law has to take risk and all this bullshit. Like, no, he doesn't. I don't even think the Law players even use slide that much. They threw it out every once in a while and top. Like, you don't have to take those risks with Law. Law is just very clean and very solid. Like, people always try to place like tier placements on like actual placements, and like, we just gotta stop that. We gotta stop that, because that doesn't mean anything. And we're so early on in the game that people just need to wait and see how the game flourishes out before we start calling out all these tier placements. Because I don't care if you're the best player in the world and you start like, oh, this character is this and this character is that. Like, you still don't even know enough. Because like I said, there's characters, people think Leroy sucks, and I'm here to tell you right now, Leroy is gonna start cooking very soon. Because Leroy does not suck. If you lab Leroy, you can see his tools are really good. Maybe he's watered down from Tekken 7 when he used to be busted and they had to nerf him. But does he suck? No. He has way too many tools to actually play defensive and offensive. And for anybody that's saying he can't play defensive, you're incorrect. It's highly incorrect. I've heard that before, that he cannot play defensive. You are highly incorrect. But he is going to thrive on offense. So that is accurate. But yeah, Leroy is not bad. I don't think there's a bad character. Even the Bears are not bad. They are just high risk, high reward. So when they throw something out, if it is blocked, it is probably going to lead to them either A, getting launched, or B, taking a hard punish. And that's just a high risk, high reward factor, because if it hits, it's probably going to do so much damage that the risk potentially was worth it. And that's the beauty of playing the Bears, especially Kuma. Panda, I could agree with somebody saying Panda is bad. Kuma is not bad. Kuma is just one of those characters where you can get it in. Like, Kuma's gonna have good rounds and bad rounds. What's up, Neo? What's up, Shino? So that's how I feel about like the whole character placements. Because like Tekken Twitter is probably like one of the worst Twitters I've seen, because I just don't like the way people like jump on bandwagons. But that's a lot of fighting games, so it's not just Tekken, but Tekken players are really bad with it, because they'll try to defend their character. Like, you don't see me defending Lili. She's godlike. Like, she's a good character. Alisa, good character. Like, who cares? Wouldn't you want to play a good character? People get offended when you say their characters like top 5 are good. Like, wouldn't you want your character to be good in top 5? It's just weird when people like try to defend their character placement. I don't know. That's just my take on that. It's like super weird activity. But good news, well, kind of good and bad, right? I personally wanted Anna. There was a source on apps saying that it was potentially Anna, and a lot of people believed it, including myself. I thought we were about to be cooking with Anna. But it wasn't Anna. It was Lydia. And Lydia is another character that I said, if it's Lydia, then, I'm still excited for that. And guess what? It's Lydia. So I'm excited. I think that we just need a change in pace. Eddie as the first character was kind of whack. I'm not going to lie to you. It would have been better if it was Christy. I think Christy would have actually been just hyper, just from a look standpoint. And just be like, oh, we haven't had Christy in a while. You know what I'm saying? Eddie was kind of whack to me. I think that with it being Lydia, that probably the leaks are true, because people did leak Lydia before. So I think with Lydia, it's gonna kind of come down to, if you like her, you like her. If not, you just won't thrive on the character. Because I see people not really happy about her being announced. But I'm happy just because it's something new, and she is a stance character. She has a lot of stances that do different things. She had a lot of plus frame attacks. Like, she's a cool character, so I'm gonna probably play with her. Probably get her up in the ranks, but I'm pretty happy with the direction they're going. But just hopefully we do not get like Marduk and Fakaram or whatever. Those characters are whack. I'm sorry. Those characters are whack. Sorry if you like those characters, but those characters are whack. At this point, I feel like Julia, Anna, somewhere in the season 1 has to be a thing. If not, I think that's a huge L. I think that's a huge L. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything that I kind of wanted to talk about the recent tournaments over the weekend, and character placements on the tier list, because everybody's going ham now that they think their character's not top 5. Bro, just play the game, play the character you want, and try to take your character to the finish line. That's the goal. But let's not start the whole, oh, my character was not represented, so my character's just not good. Like, nah, bro, you're just probably whack with your character and need to get better. And that's that. But thank y'all so much for listening this morning. This is episode 4. But like I said, usually it is on Sundays, but I wanted to have EVO Japan pass so we could talk about that. But thank y'all so much, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.